So yeah, my name is Xavier. I run business development here at Broadpeak. Broadpeak is a company specialized in video distribution, so over unicast and multicast, but also advertising. And today we're going to be talking a little bit more about targeted advertising. Yeah, so CTV is growing very quickly these days. We have a lot of content providers that are moving to CTV, so away from traditional broadcast or away from traditional IPTV distribution through the telcos. They like to go direct to consumer, and the way to do that is through CTV. So there's a growing offer of streaming platforms on CTV, and as the audience are moving to the CTV, obviously the advertisers are also moving to CTV. So it's full of potential, and the question is how do we monetize, how do we realize the potential of CTVs? Yeah, so to do targeted advertising, you rely on having data about your consumer, right? The whole proposition of CTV is being able to connect to your audience, being able to use information related to the consumer to provide the right advert. So if you are into your cars, for example, maybe I give you the BMW advert, and for your wife, maybe she'll get the perfume advert, right? And this is knowing your audience, being able to find what is the right ads. And when it comes to CTV, you may or may not have data available, right? So in a world where we start to see less data available through third party, we rely very much on first party data. There's a challenge on how do we use this data to basically find the right ads. So interactive advertising, we believe, is the next step in the game of advertising. Reason for that is basically if you look at advertising today, most people advertise on TV for brand awareness. So you always have the same brands. If you take traditional TV channels, maybe about 500 advertisers will be advertising through this platform for brand awareness, and that's a very limited pool of advertisers if you compare it to the likes of YouTube or Meta, where you have maybe 500,000 advertisers, right? Because you can have very small, very niche content, very niche ads targeted at very specific products. And what basically interactive ads are doing is they make ads shoppable, so you can interact with the ads and purchase something through your connected TV. You can purchase the product, and this is the bit that is missing today in the CTV ecosystem, right? The brand awareness is fine, and it's been a source of income for the broadcasters for a long time. But the real gain here is tapping into this larger pool of advertisers that are not on CTV today. They're on Meta, they're on YouTube. If we can have those advertisers coming back into the TV through models that are based on performance, basically they only pay if people are purchasing their product, then we can open up a lot more money into the CTV. Yep, so Broadpeak, we come from a background of video distribution and advertising, typically through telcos. This is what we've been doing for the last 15 years. And about 3 years ago, we launched a SaaS proposition, right? So it's an online self-serve proposition, and we do server-side ad insertion using this platform, right? So it's very easy. You can sign up online, get a free trial, and use our SaaS proposition to do your targeted advertising. And through our expertise and all the experience we have with the telcos, we also basically develop the tools to do this shoppable experience. So basically, this ability to interact with an ad, for example, resize the content, put a banner at the bottom, and being able to click on the button and say, okay, I'm interested in this ad, and send, for example, a notification to your phone, so you can shop on your phone while still watching the content. I think what is interesting here is the broad range of people that we see, right? It's one of these shows that is a little bit different from the others. I think the audience is quite senior. There's a good sort of business understanding, right? It's not necessarily very technical, and I think it's a good place to have the conversation around monetization. Why should we be doing shoppable ads? Why should we be thinking about collaboration, opening my infrastructure for the OTT providers to ride on? So for me, I think it's the level of conversation that's been very interesting at this show.